Hey guys, Big Boss here, and today we are going to be going over the gaming PC for under $300. Now, this may not be the best choice you can get for under $300, and all these parts, building it yourself will cost you anywhere from $250 to $280, depending on what time of the year you buy it, mail-in rebates, deals, whatever is going on at the time. When I bought this, it was $260, and it is currently $280, I believe. But still, nonetheless, under $300. And I think this computer is pretty good if you just got a couple $100 like I did, and you just wanted to buy a nice little computer to play games on. So I haven't encountered too many problems with games, but on some games, when basically all games, if you're recording, you're gonna get less FPS because it's taxing your CPU more. So all of my benchmarks are gonna be while recording, so you can always expect an FPS increase when you're not recording. And there's so many games that I didn't cover here, and some games might be under, like the specs might be under what it says you can run it at, but it still runs the game well. But yeah, this PC sort of does get the job done for under $300 if you're just looking to buy a cheap little gaming computer. So thank you for watching, and let's get into it. So I'm just going to jump right into it. I have an APU, which is a CPU and a GPU combined, so I don't have to buy a GPU. So what the APU that I went with was an AMD A10 7700K 3.4 GHz quad-core processor with integrated Radeon R7 graphics. And then to the motherboard, I just got an ASRock FM2 Micro ATX motherboard. It is cheaper end. It has good heat management, so it has everything we need. It has 3.0 USB ports, VGA, HDMI, anything I really need on it, so fits all of my need for a cheap price. For the RAM, I went with 2 sticks of 1x4 gigabytes to get the dual channel RAM, which is faster than just having one channel RAM. For example, getting 1x8 is not as good as getting 2 1x4s, because the 2 1x4s are taking up both RAM spots, so you're getting the dual channel. So I got 2 1x4 gigabytes. You want to go for at least 6 gigabytes. So for example, a 1x4 and a 1x2 if you would. I got DDR3 1333 memory. It's basically the cheapest you can get. You can get better memory, and the memory doesn't affect it too much. That's why I just went cheaper end. Another thing that doesn't matter as much, you can change it off of the link in the description, is the storage. I just got a 320 gigabyte hard drive for a decent price. It changes, so you can always switch it out, as well as RAM. You can look on eBay, but I would always recommend buying a new hard drive. Always buy a new hard drive. RAM you can buy used, but hard drives, always buy them new. So it doesn't really matter what you buy here, it's just your personal preference on how much storage you want. And then for the case, I'm with the Xeon 310BK Micro ATX mid-tower case. It comes with one blue LED fan included, so you don't have to worry about buying any fans. It is a top-mounted power supply, and it also has a place for another fan in the back. And it has a little bit of cable management, not a whole lot, but since we don't have a stocky graphics card, it allows us for more air room in there and less chances of overheating. So you can always switch out the case. This doesn't really matter that much. It was just a cheaper end one to get it under $300. And last is the PSU, the power supply unit, and in my opinion, this is probably the best deal you're getting out of all the parts, because the power supply I chose is an EVGA 430 watt 80 plus certified ATX power supply for only $30, and you don't see too many 80 plus certified power supplies for about $30. So that's 430 watts. That is plenty for this build. So you have no problems with that. So we are going to go ahead and get into the benchmark test with this PC now. Looking at the Minecraft benchmark, it is just about everything that you would expect from it. Basically a constant 60 FPS on maxed graphics. I just don't think it was on the highest render distance. So it's clearly basically constant 60 FPS. This is while recording, and the FPS is going to be significantly lower while recording because you're going to be taxing the CPU more. So this is all while recording FPS, so expect more FPS while not recording. So just breaking some blocks here, and you can see that it is, just as good as you would expect it to be. This is not a very intense game, so this game handles it perfectly. So if you're going to be playing Minecraft, you have nothing to worry about. Alright, so now we have CSGO. This is a step up from Minecraft. And our settings, we have it completely maxed, 1080p, getting constant 60 FPS while recording. And considering this is a source game, you would sort of expect it to do that. In any other source game, you will be getting 60 FPS completely maxed with no problems. And that's not exactly impressive. But the games that we are going to be testing further down the list will tax the computer a little bit more. And this computer won't provide great visuals with great FPS. This is playable. This computer provides playable FPS with, decent graphics. That was my whole point of this build. It's really nothing too special. Okay, now we have Daisy standalone. Now, keep in mind at the beginning of this benchmark, when you first load into servers, the frames are usually laggy for the first minute or so while all the textures are loading. So, look at this right now. I'm probably getting 25 FPS. It's pretty jumpy. It's not very playable, but I'm gonna make a cut to a clip I took after letting it spawn in for a minute. I just really run forward a little farther, and then you're gonna clearly see that the FPS has gotten better and it's not as jumpy. Okay, now after the cut, I'm running in first person here, and you can see it's not as jumpy. I'm getting a constant 30 FPS, and the graphics look pretty good. This is medium high graphics in 1080p. So the trees don't look blocky from too far away. The shadows look nice. The grass looks nice. Everything is pretty. It doesn't look too bad. There is some texture smudge. That's about it. Next up is Tomb Raider. This game is probably the most graphically intense game yet in this test, and this is with 1080p medium high graphics. You're going to be getting about 20 FPS while recording, but while not recording, you should be basically getting a constant 30 FPS. Next is Stranded Deep. This is not as popular as of a game as these other ones that I am trying out, but it is pretty demanding. As you can see, this is with medium high graphics right now in 1080p. So it's not very it's good looking. It's got good graphics, but it is not the best FPS. So just sort of look at what this is in 1080p right now, and then in a second it's going to be a downscaled resolution a little bit. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it is just a little bit downscaled. So we're gonna check the FPS boost from that. So this is now with the downscaled resolution. It lags a little bit because I'm by the fire, because the fire makes you lag. But you can definitely see a increased FPS performance, probably by about 5 to 10 FPS. And when you're not recording, you're going to basically be getting a constant 30 FPS with medium to high graphics. That is with a downscaled resolution. Next up on our list is Arma 3. We have Arma 3 currently running at, this is 1080p medium graphics. I think it's at standard in that. Standard, normal, medium, whatever you want to call it. Just the normal graphics, and it runs at about 30 FPS while recording. Dips a little bit under that sometimes, and sometimes it'll even go above that. But while not recording, you will be getting a constant 30 to 45 FPS. This is without any sort of mods, just the vanilla game running. I was running a campaign mission, so it does handle this game well enough to have playable FPS with pleasing visual content. And we are going to now be getting to the last game in our benchmark test with this $300 gaming PC. Now for the most demanding game that I could think of on PC right now, or one of the most demanding games on PC, Grand Theft Auto 5. Now, as you can clearly see, it has a downscaled resolution. That 1 gigabyte is just about there, just a little bit under for FPS. FXAA is on, MSAA is off, VSync is off, and then we have it normal high graphics. And then going down here, we have anisotropic filtering to times 16, ambient occlusion is high, and tessellation is at normal. So as you can see, it is getting, it looks good, and it is running at playable FPS averages around 30 while not recording, 20, I'm going to say 25 to 30 while recording. It doesn't have too big of an FPS drop while recording. So this really shocked me when I purchased this game and started playing it. I wasn't expecting it to run this well, and playing it while not recording is a lot more pleasing to look at. The video is acceptable, but it doesn't do the justice when you're playing it. Without it, it's pretty good. You can 30 to 40 FPS constantly. So yeah, normal to high graphics, and you can even just go all normal graphics and get even more FPS. But yeah, that about sums it up. This computer was pretty kick-ass for under $300. And if you're just looking for a budget computer to play some games, this is really the best thing you can go if you're on a really cheap budget like this. Yes, thank you for watching. This is the build I'm going to be using in my videos for probably the next upcoming few months before I get my next build, and then I will do this same kind of video with my new build and probably compare them. But just look out for new videos coming. I'm going to be uploading 3 to 4 videos a week. I'm going to try to stick to that, at least 2 or 3 a week. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed.